Okay, we're here in the SPCA's Wildlife Center, our all-new Wildlife Center at 300 Harlem Road in West Seneca. And we're starting this video here because this is not just a commercial you see. This is actually happening. Barb Haney is our Director of Wildlife Services. Barb, tell us about these ducklings that Allie and Cheryl are washing up in Dawn soap.
Well, some kind souls found these ducklings and they had gotten into some restaurant grease. So they're filled with grease, poor things. So we have them going into a bath of Dawn, and then they get rinsed, and then they get rinsed again, and then they get blown dry over here so that they have beautiful blown dry feathers and don't get too cold. But thankfully somebody brought them in, and I think they're going to be fine. But this is a lot. They need their feathers to be very clean in order to keep their waterproofing. So it's essential that they don't get dirty like this, especially with grease that sticks to the feathers. This is really our first big group of ducklings that came in. And here they are, getting what they need at the SPCA, everything they need thanks to Dawn and our wonderful volunteers. We have 150 volunteers who help us each year, and we're so grateful to all the hard work that they do. And this is just one of many jobs that they do.
Now Becky is blow drying them. It's kind of like spa day here for them. And this is, when people see these Dawn soap commercials, it looks like it's just a commercial, but there's a reason that you will only pick this to wash them in, right?
That's absolutely correct. We have to have a certain concentration, and all of this has been tested with lots of rehabilitators, and so we have a particular concentration that we use, and Dawn, of course, is safe for all wildlife, and we want to make sure we rinse them really well. That's why we have the two little buckets of for rinsing purposes, and some are worse than others. I did notice. There's one that's got some feather loss as a result of some of this grease too. So it is quite dangerous. They probably would not have survived if they were left out into the wild in this state. So it's really nice to see this. This is what makes it all worthwhile, to see these animals get saved essentially from doom.
And you know, Barb, you brought up a good point. We're talking to Barb Haney, who's our Director of Wildlife Services here at the SPCA, as these ducklings are being washed and dried. What would have happened if they weren't found? They were found in a pan of grease and clearance. What would have happened? The grease would have...
Right. Well, it would have destroyed their waterproofing, so they would have gone into water, which they want to go into the water there, and probably drowned. They would not have been able to be buoyant and be able to float as a result.